Okay, so there's two ways to answer this question. Accommodations or adaptive devices I use when driving. At home, I don't use anything more than a stool. So I don't have any like accommodations or like lower counters or anything like that at my home. I was raised with the rest of my family being normal stature. I was also raised in a situation where I was supposed to end up being normal stature. And so we just never really adapted my situation because I was supposed to grow. And instead, I learned how to adapt to the world around me. So I jump on counters. I will walk on things. I will hold myself up by my arms. I will figure out how to carry heavy things. I will push things. I will pull things. I do what I need to do to live in the world that we live in. The world that we live in is not adapted to a short person. It's barely adapted for people with wheelchairs, unfortunately. Life is very difficult when you have a disability because the rest of the world does not acknowledge it as much as they could. And for me, that was very beneficial that my house wasn't adaptive. I believe that if my family changed my room or changed my bathroom to be adaptive, where I had lower counters and lower cabinets and pull down situations, that when I started my job in the real world and in the kitchen industry, I wouldn't have known what to do. I wouldn't have known how to handle the larger base set items around me. Because of the situation I grew up with having no accommodations and having to deal with this large scale of a life in a sense, it's made it easier adapting to the world around me. It made it easier going to school and dealing with the lockers being so high. It made it easier carrying heavy books. It made it easier carrying jugs of coffee. It made it easier getting things off of racks. It made it easier just living and doing everything you and any other normal height person does with no effort. And for me, it's always going to cause a lot of effort. But it was easier growing up that way because I was prepared for the world around me.